Hello and welcome to Angry Andy Reviews, and this is my review for Heart of Stone.
Angry Andy.
Angry Andy Reviews.
Angry Andy. Angry Andy.
Angry Andy Reviews.
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 Don't make me destroy you.
Heart of Stone. Netflix loves a good action movie franchise startup, don't they? They keep spaffing them out, hoping that some will stick. And to be fair, Heart of Stone is no different. Despite a very game cast, this film it's as generic and as tired as you could possibly conceive of. It's a bit disappointing with that in mind, because Gal Gadot, to her credit throughout this film, is in fine form. She is a buyer, you can buy into her credentials as an action star. We've seen her in Wonder Woman kicking ass. But this film is everything but its own identity. It's yet another mysterious organization, this time called the Charter, which is out to save all the people of the world. Apparently, it's a very good startup charity program, out to help everyone. And yet again, we're dealing with a very similar premise that we've just had recently with bloody Mission Impossible Ghost Protocol. It's another AI type situation trying to stop shady individuals from obtaining this AI, which will change everything. It's yet again people using code names and code words. It feels like every other movie you've seen before. And unfortunately, the action throughout this film doesn't break itself away, doesn't provide us with anything new. We see everything that we've already seen in countless other chase movies, action movies. It's without the flair or flavour of films like in Extraction, John Wick. It's without the charisma, the character traits that we get in the Mission Impossible films, in the James Bond films. The reasons why we go and see those films are not present in Heart of Stone, despite some, honest efforts. It just completely lacks originality, completely lacks any sense of flair or adventure. It's a shame, really. And the film opens up with some, some interesting beats, very, very Bondian beats. We're at an alpine ski lodge and a casino. But again, is that not cliched? This film is riddled with cliches from other greater franchises, other greater films. It doesn't have its own, like I've said, flavour at all. The characters are very, very bland. To me, they're bland. They're only surface. There's nothing below them to really get you to invest fully in their plights, their troubles. People act in strange ways. There's a character who's completely naive to the entirety of the situation, and we're supposed to just, laugh it off? No, rubbish. Unfortunately, the cinematography and the unnecessary use of CGI is just permeates through this completely. It's disappointing, but again, you can't really be that surprised, given that we're so used to seeing Tom Cruise throwing himself off mountains, doing his own stunts, running at breakneck speed. And when we're presented with something that looks like it's come from a video game, you don't buy into it, you don't believe it. We had a very similar issue with parts of Extraction 2, where some of it just felt a bit, video gamey, as though there was no real punch to it. And then when you come to something like Ghost Protocol, where we're seeing very real sets be very really torn apart, we're seeing Tom Cruise leaping from building to building, from area to area, and then we're given this. It's just massively bland. It's bland. I got no real sense of the worldwide stakes in this film either, which is completely baffling, given the omnipotent AI that could be devastating for the entire world. But There we go. It is what it is. It's a film that chugs along, that's clearly designed to be the initial film in a bit of a franchise going forward.
Cause let's face it, baby, these days, you gotta have a sequel. Ah! Ah!
So with that in mind, it doesn't really have any sense of its own individual personality. The stakes are not there for what should be treated as a one-off movie. Create the one-off movie like the first John Wick film. Create that. And then if the audience, invest in it, believe in it, then you can create other stories going from there. Don't serve up a film expecting audiences to come back and go, well, we should have a sequel. Because if you do that, you're not going to focus on the small nitty-gritty parts of this film which are all fucking missing. There's no threat for a start. The action feels poor, bland. Like I said, all I can think of is the word bland. I can taste the blandness, and it's not very nice. It's like drinking fresh water that has a hint of lemon that's gone off. What is this? What is this taste? It's rubbish. You have to suspend your disbelief entirely with this film, which is not an issue with me, but again, when you don't feel invested in it, you start picking apart the individual pieces, and sadly it just doesn't hold up to any weight of critical analysis. It's boring. It's boring, and the real problem is, like I said, the real problem fundamentally with this film is the lack of compelling characters. Even Godot's, forgive me if I'm butchering her name, even her part just doesn't have any weight. I don't believe who her character's supposed to be, despite how well she's trying to do in this film. I don't believe it. There's nothing substantial there. I don't feel like I can tangibly get hold of anything and go, wow, fucking hell, she's got this going on. It's generic. It's a generic, boring. I'm hesitant to use the word boring because they do have some decent action in there, but given what we've seen everywhere else, it's nothing. It's a nothing burger. Disappointingly so. The stabs at humour are horribly misplaced. Who thought it'd be a good idea to have the humour in the places they do? It's not funny. You sit there and you go, oh, okay, that's what we're doing. They try and cover so many different aspects in this film. It just doesn't work at all. Rubbish. I don't want to see a sequel. If there's a sequel coming, I won't watch it. It is that simple. Unfortunately, this is a resounding 4 out of 10 for Heart of Stone. At least it's done. At least it's gone. It doesn't offend anyone. It doesn't upset anyone. There's just nothing really to grab hold of here. 4 out of 10. Thank you very much for watching. If you like this video, please do like the video and subscribe to the channel. Leave a comment. What did you think of this film? Are you happy with Netflix's continuous pouring out of substandard action movies? Let me know. Bye-bye.